You have probably heard the word electrolytes in energy drink ads or fitness advice. But what exactly are they? Are they just something you take after a workout? No, actually, electrolytes are essential minerals that carry an electric charge and power almost everything inside your body. From your heartbeats to muscle movements, nerve signals to hydration levels, electrolytes are doing it all behind the scenes. Welcome to a fascinating journey into the electric lights inside your body. Yes, we are talking about electrolytes. They are tiny charged minerals, but their role is massive. They help your muscle move, your heart beat, your brain think clearly. In this video, we'll uncover how these electric lights, your electrolytes, work tirelessly to keep you alive and balanced. Have you ever felt tired for no reason? Dizzy after sweating? Or just completely drained? What if I told you the problem isn't just water or food? It could be your electrolytes. These tiny electric minerals are the unsung heroes behind every heartbeat, muscle movement, and nerve signal. In this video, we are diving deep into what electrolytes are, where they live in your body, what they do, what happens when they go out of balance, and how acupuncture can help restore that balance naturally. So, if you have wondered how your body stays in sync, stay tuned. This could change the way you think about your energy, hydration, and health. So, let's begin. What exactly are electrolytes? They are minerals that carry an electric charge when dissolved in water. That's why they are called electrolytes, because they help conduct electricity in your body. These minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium are found in your blood, cells, and fluids. And they are essential for almost everything your body does. From keeping your heart beating, to helping your muscles move, to supporting your brain and nervous system. Did you know that your body is made up of 60% of water? And that water isn't just floating around randomly, it's organized into fluid compartments. And that's exactly where electrolytes live and work. The intracellular fluid, that's the fluid inside your cells, holds around 2/3 of your body's water. This compartment includes all the water and electrolytes that cell membranes enclose, means all the fluid inside the cells. The rest is in the extracellular fluid, which surrounds the cells and includes blood plasma and lymph. This includes all the fluids outside of the cells in tissue spaces, that is the interstitial fluid, and blood vessels, which is plasma, and lymphatic vessels, which is lymph. And a small portion lives in the transcellular fluids, like the synovial fluids in your joints, vitreous humors of eyes, spinal cord, digestive tract, serous fluids in the body cavities. Electrolytes dissolve and travel through all these fluids, carrying electrical signals, balancing pH, and moving nutrients in and waste out. They are like tiny messengers in your body's water highways, keeping everything connected and functioning. So, what exactly do electrolytes do? Number one, they maintain fluid balance. They make sure water is distributed correctly between your cells, blood, and organs, keeping you hydrated and preventing swelling or dehydration. Sodium, potassium, and chloride manage how water moves in and out of your cells. Number two, they conduct nerve impulses. That means they help your brain send messages to the rest of your body fast. Without electrolytes, your nerves can't fire properly. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and calcium create electric impulses in nerve cells. This is how your brain communicates with your body, from reflexes to thoughts to movements. Number three, they contract and relax muscles. From lifting your arms to making your heart beat, your muscles rely on electrolytes like calcium, potassium, and magnesium to move smoothly. Calcium triggers your muscles to contract, magnesium helps them relax, and potassium resets the muscle for the next movement. This is essential for everything from walking to keeping your heart beating in rhythm. Number 4. They regulate pH balance. Your body needs to stay in a very specific pH range, and electrolytes like bicarbonate, chloride, and potassium help keep that balance stable. Even small changes in pH can affect your organs and energy levels. And number 5, they support energy and enzyme function. Electrolytes like magnesium help create ATP, your body's energy currency, and activate the enzymes that run your metabolism. In short, electrolytes keep your internal power grid running quietly but powerfully. Though electrolytes may seem like a small part of your system, their job is anything but small. They are the silent force behind almost everything your body does 24 by 7. Every heartbeat, every breath, every thought, every movement, it all depends on electrolytes. They don't support life, they make life possible. Electrolytes are charged minerals, but what does that really mean? It all comes down to ions. Ions are simply atoms or molecules that have gained or lost electrons, giving them a positive or negative charge. Now let's break this down. Cations are positive ions. They have lost an electron, giving them a surplus of positive charge. Examples include sodium, potassium, and calcium. Then we have anions, which are negative ions. Now these have gained an electron, giving them a negative charge. Examples include chloride and bicarbonate. Together, these positive and negative ions work in harmony to regulate your body's function, balancing fluid, maintaining electric signals, and ensuring proper muscle and nerve function. So we just learned that electrolytes are electrically charged minerals called ions. Some are positive ions called cations, and the others are negative ions called anions. Now these ions float in your body's fluids and create tiny electrical currents that power your life. Now let's get to know each of the electrolytes, what they do, what happens if they are out of balance, and how we can support them even with acupuncture. So first up, sodium, the most abundant positive ion in your extracellular fluid. Think of sodium as a traffic controller of water. It decides where the water goes in your body, whether it stays inside the cells or moves into bloodstream. Sodium is also essential for nerve impulses, muscle function, and blood pressure regulation. Without the right amount of sodium, your body's internal communication begins to break down. Even a slight change in sodium level can impact your brain, nervous system, and overall cellular function. Too little sodium, called hyponatremia, can happen if you lose fluids from vomiting, diarrhea, sweating, or overusing diuretics. It can also result from kidney or adrenal issues. On the flip side, too much sodium, called hypernatremia, often comes from dehydration or eating too much salt without enough water. If the sodium levels drop, water enters the cells and make them swell, including brain cells, which can be dangerous. You may feel confused, weak, or even nauseous, or even coma in extreme cases. If sodium rises high, your body pulls water out of the cells, making them shrink. This causes dehydration, symptoms like thirst, restlessness, and in severe cases, seizures. In acupuncture, we help regulate sodium by supporting fluid balance and clearing excess. We can apply spleen 9, which helps drain dampness and regulates water pathways. We can apply kidney 7, which strengthens the kidney yang, which governs water metabolism. We can apply stomach 36, which boosts digestion and fluid absorption. And Li 11 helps clear internal heat, which can relieve high blood pressure linked to sodium excess. The points are plotted on the palm. What you have to do is just take one fenugreek seed, apply it on a doctor tape, and apply on these points. Now you have to apply these points for 8 to 10 hours in a day and apply till you get the result. Now let's talk about potassium, the main positive ion inside your cells. It's a spark of life in every cell. If sodium works outside, potassium is working inside, maintaining cellular balance and keeping your heart rhythm stable. It's absolutely vital for nerve signals, muscle contractions, and especially your heartbeat. Even small imbalances in potassium can lead to serious problems, especially in the heart and muscles. Low potassium, which is hypokalemia, often happens due to fluid loss from vomiting, diarrhea, or overuse of diuretics. It can also stem from not eating enough potassium rich foods. High potassium, which is hyperkalemia, usually results from kidney dysfunction, tissue breakdown, like after an injury, or taking too many supplements. When potassium is low, your muscles lose their power. You may feel tired, weak, or get muscle cramps and constipation. In severe cases, it can even cause irregular heartbeats. When it's too high, when the potassium level is too much, it can be even more dangerous. It can cause palpitations, weakness, and in severe cases, sudden cardiac arrest. This is often seen in people with kidney problems or those on certain medications. To help restore potassium balance, we focus on both the heart and the kidneys in acupuncture. So we can apply pericardium 6. This is a go-to point for regulating heartbeat and calming palpitations. We can apply stomach 36, which helps the overall chi, nutrient absorption and electrolyte balance. K3, that is kidney 3, nourishes kidney function, which plays a role in potassium regulation. And urinary bladder 15 targets the heart, stabilizing its rhythm and function. The acupressure points are plotted on the palm. Just take one fenugreek seed and stick it on a doctor tape and apply on these points. Moving on to calcium, and no, it's not just for bones. Calcium is a positive ion that plays a huge role in nerve conduction, muscle contraction, blood clotting, and yes, bone density. About 90% of your calcium is stored in your bones and teeth, but that 1% in your blood is crucial for your body's electrical activity. It keeps your heart beating, muscles contracting, and nerve firing properly. Low calcium, called hypocalcemia, can happen if you don't get enough vitamin D or if your parathyroid glands aren't working well. Kidney problems can also reduce calcium. High calcium, which is hypercalcemia, can result from overactive parathyroid glands, too many supplements, or certain bone conditions. Too little calcium makes your nerves and muscles twitchy, causing spasm, tingling, or even seizures. Over time, it affects bone strength, leads to brittle nails, and may cause heart rhythm issues. Too much calcium, on the other hand, can slow things down, leading to nausea, sluggishness, and even kidney stones. Severe hypercalcemia can also lead to metal confusion and bone pain. To balance calcium, acupuncture focuses on kidneys and spleen, which governs bone and nutrient absorption. We can apply spleen 6, which nourishes yin and helps relax muscles affected by calcium imbalance. We can apply urinary bladder 11. It is the influential point of bones, perfect for strengthening the skeleton. K3, that is kidney 3, boosts kidney essence, which is the foundation for bone health. And stomach 36 again proves vital. It helps the body absorb and process calcium from blood. The acupuncture points are plotted on the palm. Just take one fenugreek seed, apply it on a doctor tape, and apply it on these points. Let's talk about magnesium, your body's natural relaxer. It may be small in quantity, but magnesium supports over 300 biochemical processes, including nerve regulation, muscle function, heart rhythm, and cellular energy production. It also works closely with calcium to create a balance where calcium contracts, magnesium relaxes. Low magnesium or hypomagnesemia is incredibly common, especially if you are under chronic stress, consuming alcohol, or have digestive issues like IBS or Crohn's. High magnesium is rare but can happen with kidney problems or too much supplementation. When magnesium is too low, the nervous system becomes overexcited. They may feel restless, experiencing twitching muscles or even irregular heart rhythms. Over time, it can contribute to chronic fatigue, anxiety, and neurological symptoms. When magnesium levels are too high, often due to kidney dysfunction, everything slows down. You may feel lethargic, your reflexes become sluggish, and in severe cases, breathing may be suppressed. It's rare but serious when it happens. To restore magnesium balance, acupuncture focuses on soothing the nerves, relaxing muscles, and enhancing absorption. So we can apply spleen 6, which helps release tightness in muscles and supports hormonal balance. Then we can apply liver 3, which calms liver chi, perfect for stress induced magnesium depletion. Then heart 7 is a go-to point for insomnia and emotional imbalance. Stomach 36 enhances digestion and nutrient uptake, including magnesium. And kidney 6 nourishes yin, easing dryness and sleep disturbances. The points are plotted on the palm. So what you have to do is just take one fenugreek seed, apply it on a doctor tape and apply on these points. Apply till you get the result. Now let's talk about chloride, the lesser known sibling of sodium, but just as vital. They are like the silent stabilizer, always working behind the scenes to keep everything in balance. Chloride helps regulate fluid balance, blood pressure, and maintains the body's acid-base balance. It also plays a major role in producing stomach acid for digestion. Low chloride can result from vomiting, burns, or fluid loss. High chloride usually accompanies dehydration, kidney issues, or salt overload. If chloride drops, the body struggles to maintain fluid and acid-base balance. You may feel weak, experience shallow breathing, or mental fog. If it spikes, expect fatigue, thirst, fluid retention, or even swelling. When chloride level rises, it usually signals dehydration, kidney issues, or too much salt intake. It can lead to metabolic acidosis, where blood becomes too acidic, causing fast breathing, fatigue, and confusion. For chloride balance, acupuncture supports the stomach, kidneys, and fluid pathways. So we can apply stomach 36, which helps the chloride absorption through improved digestion. CV12 directly works on the stomach, supporting acid regulation. SP9 is key for resolving dampness and edema. Urinary bladder 22 addresses fluid distribution across the triple burner system. And kidney 6 nourishes yin and clears excess heat, especially helpful when dehydration is present. The acupuncture points are plotted on the palms. Just take one fenugreek seed, apply it on a doctor tape, and apply on these points. And now let's talk about phosphate, a powerful player in both energy metabolism and bone strength. Phosphate is essential for making ATP, the energy currency of your body. It also helps from strong bones and teeth, supports nerve signaling, and keeps your body's pH in balance. A low phosphate level may result from malnutrition, alcohol abuse, vitamin D deficiency, or uncontrolled diabetes. High phosphate is often linked to kidney disease, excessive vitamin D, or overuse of phosphate containing laxatives. When phosphate is too low, the body struggles to make energy. You might feel weak, tired, or experience bone discomfort and breathing issues. When phosphate is too low, the body struggles to make energy. You might feel weak, tired, or experience bone discomfort and breathing issues. It can also lead to soft or painful bones due to poor mineralization. When phosphate levels rise too high, especially in kidney disease, it binds to calcium and forms deposits in joints, blood vessels, and organs. This can cause itchiness, pain, and long term damage due to calcification. To balance phosphate levels, acupuncture works to the kidneys, spleen, and metabolic fire. So we can apply Kidney 3, which nourishes kidney essence, essential for bone health and mineral balance. Stomach 36 boosts Chi and ATP, directly supporting energy metabolism. Spleen 6 helps your body absorb and integrate minerals effectively. Urinary bladder 23 strengthens the kidney function for phosphorus regulation. DU4, that is governing vessel 4, reignites the metabolic flame to restore energy and mineral harmony. The points are plotted on the palm. Just take one fenugreek seed, apply it on the doctor tape and stick it on these points. Apply for 8 to 10 hours in a day and apply till you get relief from the symptoms. Now let's meet bicarbonate, your body's natural pH buffer. It's like the internal fire extinguisher, always ready to neutralize excess acid and keep your blood pH in a narrow, life-sustaining range. Produced mainly by the kidneys and balanced by the lungs, bicarbonate is vital for maintaining homeostasis in every cell and system. It's your body's natural buffer, helping to keep your blood pH tightly between 7.35 and 7.45, a range where all your cells and enzymes can function optimally. Just like a fish can only survive in the right water condition, your cells depend on the right pH environment. Even small shifts can cause enzymes to stop working, oxygen delivery to drop, and major organ system to malfunction. Low bicarbonate levels, called metabolic acidosis, may result from kidney dysfunction, lactic acid buildup, or chronic diarrhea. High bicarbonate or metabolic alkalosis can come from prolonged vomiting, dehydration, or excessive use of antacids. If bicarbonate drops too low, the body becomes too acidic, causing nausea, fatigue, and even rapid deep breathing to blow off carbon dioxide. Too much bicarbonate makes the body overly alkaline, leading to tremors, lightheadedness, or slow, shallow breathing. To support pH regulation, acupuncture strengthens the kidney-lung connection, the core of acid-base balance. So, we can apply Kidney 7, which helps the kidneys regulate electrolyte fluids and acid retention. LU9 enhances the lungs' ability to expel carbon dioxide, a key player in pH balance. Stomach 36 boosts metabolism and neutralizes digestive acids. Urinary bladder 23 nourishes kidneys, which excrete hydrogen ions and reabsorbs bicarbonate. And Li11 is used to clear internal heat and rebalance the system when acidosis is present. So the points are plotted on the palm. Just take one fenugreek seed and stick it on a doctor tape, apply on these points and apply till you get relief from the symptoms. Now let's take a closer look at what causes these imbalances. Losing too much water, whether from sweating, diarrhea or vomiting, can throw off your electrolyte balance. Your kidneys help regulate fluid and electrolyte levels in your body. If they are not functioning properly, you may experience imbalances. Certain medications like diuretics or some blood pressure medications can cause your body to lose too much potassium, calcium or sodium. If your diet doesn't provide enough of the essential electrolytes like potassium-rich foods or magnesium, your body will suffer the consequences. Conditions like diabetes, severe burns or injuries that cause fluid loss can lead to an electrolyte imbalance. Excessive alcohol or caffeine intake act as diuretics, causing you to urinate more and lose electrolytes more quickly. Understanding the causes of electrolyte imbalances can help you prevent them before they start. Electrolyte imbalance can show up in many ways, but some of the most common symptoms are fatigue. When your electrolytes are off, your body has to work harder to do simple tasks, leaving you tired and sluggish. Electrolytes like potassium, calcium, and magnesium are essential for muscle contraction and relaxation. When they are low, cramps and spasms may occur. Electrolytes control your heart's electrical signals, so an imbalance can lead to arrhythmias or palpitations. When electrolytes like sodium and potassium are low, it affects your brain's ability to function properly. Imbalance in sodium or fluid can cause your blood pressure to drop, making you feel lightheaded or dizzy. So, if you have been feeling any of these symptoms, it's important to check your electrolyte levels because even minor disruptions can have a major impact on how you feel. So, how can you maintain proper electrolyte balance and prevent imbalances from occurring? Let's take a look at some key steps. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps regulate the electrolytes in your body, making sure to hydrate after physical activity or hot weather. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grains provides essential electrolytes like potassium, magnesium, calcium, and sodium. Foods like bananas, spinach, and yogurt can be a great source. Avoid excessive alcohol and caffeine. Both alcohol and caffeine are diuretics, meaning they can cause dehydration and electrolyte imbalance. It's important to monitor your intake. If your diet isn't providing enough electrolytes, supplements can help restore balance. Always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new supplement. Monitor medications and health conditions. Some medications and health conditions can affect your electrolyte level. Be sure to work closely with your healthcare provider if you are on medication or dealing with illness that impact fluid balance. By following these steps, you can help maintain a healthy electrolyte balance, ensuring your body operates at its best. So now you know electrolytes are like your body's internal charge system. So the next time you feel a muscle cramp, fatigue, or brain fog, remember your body's electric lights might be flickering. The good news is, through proper hydration, nutrition, and acupuncture, you can support that balance naturally. Keep the electric lights shining bright with the right balance of electrolytes. Stay hydrated. If this video helped you understand electrolytes better, give it a like, share it with others, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Stay balanced, stay energized.